This is Mitch for Eagle Radio, and we're back with another KBIC update. In the studio today, we have Carole LaPointe from KBIC Victim Service and Programs. Carole, welcome back to the studio.
Thank you, Mitch. Good to be here.
Now, KBIC Victim Services, formerly known as Keweenaw Bay Transitional Home and Services, the name was changed to promote all of the services offered and the access to them, correct?
Exactly. And so now we have a new director, and that is Sierra Ayers. And then I'm the VOCA coordinator now, for the job formerly held by Wanda Sepinen. And then we have an IPV coordinator, that's Chanel LaRue. And we have two survivor advocates, and that is Carissa Lafernier and Jade Shire.
Okay, so this was not just a name change, it was a little bit of a whole reorganization.
Oh, yes. Well, people come and go, and so now we have new people. We have about 3 new people since the last time I talked with you.
Okay, and you mentioned
4.
that the name change was so to promote all of the services offered and access to them. And
right, a lot of people
that?
thought that they could only be served if they lived in the house. And we just wanted to make sure that we were reaching out and creating advocacy for all victims, not just people that lived at the house. There's so many types of victimization, so I'll talk about that in a little bit.
Okay. And, like other departments, it's been a while since your last update. Other than the name change, give us an update on what the department has been doing since we're able to last connect.
We've been doing a lot of stuff. We have a new support group for LGBTQ2 spirit every month, and we go back and forth. It's always Wednesday or Tuesday, and it's either at the Zeba Hall or the seniors, and that's been very successful.
FYI, it's on our Eagle Radio community calendar, and you can check that out at keepitinthe.up.com.
Yes, and there's an upcoming Pride Fest. And you know what? I don't know what date that's on. I feel really bad.
Where might that be?
But it's on the Facebook page, and it's on probably on your calendar as well.
Where's
I'm
the
checking.
fest at? I haven't heard of that one yet.
It's right at the Zeba Hall.
At the Zeba Hall?
Yes.
Okay.
And there's going to be lots of stuff and activities there. So come and check us out.
Very good. Is the Facebook page the same?
Yes. It's at the, it's still on the Keweenaw Facebook page.
Okay.
So if you're on Facebook, you can check that out. I know a lot of people are checking it out because we are getting a lot of likes on it. So.
Oh, yeah. And also looking into the future, you're here to talk about a position which is the Victims of Crime Advocate. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, VOCA is Victim of Crimes Assistant, or the Victim of Crimes Act, and it was a program created in 1984. And Keweenaw Bay has always had that program through the state. We're one of the only tribes in Michigan that has a VOCA program. There are a few others now, but we've been on board since 1984. So I credit our past mental health workers and health directors for that. We service everybody. I don't always serve natives, but if there's a big crime in the area, I will be involved. And I was going to just read a little bit about who is considered a victim.
Okay.
A person who is physically or emotionally, psychologically, or mentally injured as a direct result of a crime. A sexual assault victim. A person injured while trying to help a crime victim. And eligible individuals with out-of-pocket expenses as a direct result of a crime. A Michigan resident injured in another state and that state doesn't pay compensation for a non-resident. Then if you're in another state and you need help, you need to call us because we can help you. Who is considered a claimant? Now, there's a number of definitions for eligible claimants as well under VOCA. A victim, a person related to a victim by blood or affinity to the second degree, including a child born after death of a deceased victim. A person who was in a dating relationship with a victim at the time of the crime. All these people experience trauma related to the crime. If the victim was a guardian or primary caregiver to an adult who is physically or mentally incapacitated, that adult who is physically or mentally incapacitated is a victim. If the victim was a guardian or primary caregiver to a minor, that minor is a victim. And it goes on and on. There's about 12 different definitions, and it's all available on the michigan.gov website.
Okay, very good. Because, trauma. Trauma will create situations that you have to make a lot of decisions and figure out what's going next, and having an advocate can help you with those decisions.
Exactly, and that's what my role is, to be your advocate and guide you through the process.
Okay, very good.
Another thing that that I'm really proactive about is getting crime victim compensation to our victims. Anyone can become a victim of a crime, and if you're a victim of a crime and the crime results in death, you are eligible for funeral expenses and time off of work, time for counseling services, and everything that's related to getting you back and out of your trauma.
Yeah. So I have to say that, from what I've been learning about trauma and things in life, there's a lot of people that might go through these situations and they might not even want to ask for help.
Right.
What do you have to say to those people out there that, might not want to ask for that advocacy and that help? And
well, I'd say don't be afraid. It's not a bad thing to ask for help. It's a good thing. And like right now, for mental health, behavioral health, all the different aspects of trauma, we're trying to have people reach out because we are getting the help we need in our community. We need a lot more. We need a lot more social workers. But we will find help for you to work through your trauma and your experience. People can reach me by calling 906-353-4533. And then they can also reach me through calling the hotline. All of the advocates, including myself, we're on call during the month. And so each week we have call, and who's ever on call after hours, they will be the one to reach out and contact you.
Okay.
We might not be the one that ends up working with you, but we will get you the services that you need.
Okay, and I'm just trying to think of any question here that people might have out there. Maybe what's the process like to become involved to get an advocate? Is there a lot of paperwork? Is there like a background check process?
The first thing that I would get is a release of information signed by the victim, because I just want them to know that everything that we do is confidential. Everything they say to me is confidential. We don't talk about our clients. We want to service them and develop a trust and know that they can trust us to help them through the process. And so we get this form signed or through over the phone that we, like maybe they need help with the police or the court, and we might accompany them. And we might accompany them to a visit with the police, or else maybe they need help with things such as their rent or other bills. We will get the information that they need and help them with that, get them assistance for it.
All right. And as always, to wrap up, for people looking to know more or become involved, can you give us your contact info once again?
Right. It's Carole LaPointe, and I am the VOCA coordinator, and my number is 906-353-4533. And they can also call the 24/7 hotline to our 24/7 services 906-353-4599.
All right. Thank you very much for being here today, and thank you for doing the work
Thank
that
you,
you do.
Mitch. Thank you for having us, and we always like coming and sharing with you what we do.